Another great organization here in Atlanta is Dashboard, and they put on really fascinating gallery installations.
We run a group called Dashboard, and we have been doing this work for 7 years. Dashboard goes around the city of Atlanta and produces art exhibitions and art experiences in vacant properties.
We are a platform for non-traditional artwork, non-traditional artists, performance, sculpture, lighting, soundscape, and we use architectural elements to heighten that artwork.
Dashboard and what they do is hard to describe, but incredibly fun to experience.
Dashboard is one of those things where it's like, man, I wish I had thought of that.
They find really unique spaces that seem to hold power in them, or some sort of history in Atlanta that has been overlooked.
Let's keep this dark, and that's gonna shine.
Yep.
So we put artists in unique spaces to create even more unique artwork.
They're reimagining every space that they can get their hands on.
Atlanta is a city of neighborhoods, all with individual identities. And what we've always been excited about is trying to connect them, which is a huge conversation in Atlanta. It's like, how do you connect all these neighborhoods? People talk about that through the Beltline, through our public transit system, through our roadways, and we wanted to connect it through exhibitions and getting people outside of their neighborhood that they're comfortable in. Our appetite's not just so small as to do it in one neighborhood, in one gallery, in one space. It's much larger than that, which means that we're gonna have to hit the road. And so the thought is, and has continued forever, naturally, we do most of our work in a car.
I mean, so often we're driving around the city looking for beautiful buildings that are vacant that we can use for our shows and our projects. I always like thinking about it as Dashboard too, of literally us in a car with our feet on the dashboard looking for great artists, like uncovering treasures and bringing them into the limelight.
Dashboard has not only set a standard, for what could happen, they've also led the charge.
In 2015, we produced an exhibition with a young artist named Frank Dunson. And he is a really hot tattoo artist and 2D muralist. And so we decided to help him create a complete Paper Frank garden.
He has a huge following for these paintings that he does, and they all feature a character that represents a different aspect of his persona. We're like, well, let's put people inside of his painting.
About 4,000 people showed up. Our galleries held maybe 600 at the time, so it was like a constant stream of people. It was pretty incredible.
Several years ago, we had discussed how do you produce artwork with no outside stimulation. So we wanted to do an experiment.
So in 2013, we found this building that the people had been evicted. And so we came in and decided that we wanted to use it for a show.
We locked 2 artists in here for 22 days and told them that they had no other direction besides just to make artwork.
They weren't allowed to leave, and the only contact to the outside world was a prepaid cell phone. We wanted to see what people would do if they were removed from their normal environments.
This side, it just illuminates.
What would artists do? Would they make work or shut down? When we opened the doors on the last day of the 3rd week of their kind of imprisonment, we found this. And they had completely painted the walls in this dizzying pattern. They found 2 pool tables. In the basement, they found a working Galaga machine. They found a working jukebox. They created a completely immersive environment.
We are a company of yes, and so there's never any, oh, but what about blah? It's never any negativity. It's like, oh, cool. Well, we could do this on top of there. We could do this on top of there, and adding to it. And so the mountain gets bigger really quick.
Right. So there's always a moment of inspiration, and it's the artist, the space, the idea, theme, and then we run with it. And we've been working together for so long, for 7 years now, running Dashboard, that we can finish each other's sentences, right? So we know how each other are going to think, and when we, as the culture of yes, there's so much problem solving that happens, and for us, that's the thing that keeps us going because it's so fun.
The collaborative nature of Atlanta has really supported this type of design of an organization.
I think the city too it's a city of yes, and so if people have an entrepreneurial spirit, this is a good city to be in. We're producing a large-scale dance performance on top of a rooftop in downtown. This is that wall. This is the projection wall, and then we have we're going to completely transform this rooftop with light projections, video projections, and a DJ duo who's coming into town from Detroit. And so projection can go here. We don't even have to put up a screen. We can just project on that wall if we wanted to.
I don't think we need to hang anything there unless we want to add. We're building a club that will be really about party culture, dance floor politics. We'll have a really light and soundscape transformation for this very normal space.
So typically once the party starts, Court and I go hide a little bit and like chill on a roof.
We've
and watch
communicated a lot at that point, so we're not usually excited about going to a party. The two of us sit a little bit far away and watch the project because they're all experiments. So we're at Elliott Street Pub. This is one of our favorite spaces to come as a couple of creators. That has the same exact feeling that we have as Dashboard. It's like incredibly irreverent, incredibly authentic, and a unique hidden space.
Elliott Street Pub is what it is because of who comes here, not because of what me and my brother did here. It's just, how it was created from those people.